The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which scarcely needs an introduction, is a highly regarded role-playing game developed by CD Projekt Red Studio. Initially released in 2015, it quickly gained widespread acclaim for its immersive gameplay and stunning graphics. It has since become a touchstone in the gaming world, establishing itself as a must-play for fans of the genre. The game is set in a fantasy world and follows the tale of Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster hunter known as a Witcher. Players navigate through the vast and complex world of Valen, Novigrad, and Skellige, as well as the colorful fields and hills of the All Saints region in the Blood and Wine expansion, completing quests, interacting with non-playable characters, and engaging in combat with a variety of enemies. Many of the standout features of the game have been enhanced in the updated version available on next-gen consoles. This updated version offers Quality Mode and Performance Mode as two different graphics modes. Players can choose the mode that best suits their preferences. This updated version offers Quality Mode and Performance Mode as two different graphics modes. Quality Mode provides enhanced visuals and includes ray tracing effects, while Performance Mode offers a smooth gameplay experience at 60 FPS. Players can choose the mode that best suits their preferences. The updated version also includes community modifications, which allow players to customize their gameplay experience, as well as a photo mode for capturing and sharing their playing experiences. Cross-progression is also available through the GOG Cloud, allowing players to continue their gameplay on different devices. The Complete Edition also includes gameplay enhancements that improve the overall player experience. The Quick Cast option allows players to use Geralt's magical signs more easily in combat, simply by holding down R2 and pressing a corresponding face button. This is a significant improvement over the original game, where players had to open a radial menu to switch between signs, which could disrupt the flow of combat. The new camera mode also adds a more cinematic feel to the game by placing the camera much closer to Geralt's shoulder. This allows players to interact with objects with greater ease and eliminates the need to lift the camera above Geralt's head to see the environment. One of the standout features of the updated version is the immersive gameplay enabled by the use of the PS5's DualSense controller. The controller's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers allow players to fully experience the sensation of riding a mount or spellcasting, adding an extra layer of immersion to the game. An additional quest referencing the Witcher series on Netflix has also been added, offering a nod to the popular TV show and further expanding on the game's lore. One of the most notable improvements in the PS5 version is the enhanced character models of enemies. These models, which were created with the help of community modders, are incredibly detailed and showcase the developers' commitment to maintaining the high level of quality in the game. The improved visuals really add to the spectacle of combat, making battles feel even more intense and satisfying. A few notable design issues have been solved as well. Before this update, Hattori, an elven blacksmith, offers Geralt a sword called Blade from the Bits in exchange for helping him restore his forge. Previously, this sword was not very useful, as Geralt was likely to find a better weapon elsewhere before completing the quest. However, CD Projekt Red has made improvements to the sword in the new version of the game. It now scales with Geralt's character, increasing in damage as he levels up, and has 3 runic slots by default, making it one of the earliest obtainable swords with that many slots. Winter's Blade, another sword obtained through a quest, has been improved as well, its damage now scaling, and its runic slots numbering 3 instead of 2. With regards to fast travel, changes have been made to the fast travel marker at Crow's Perch. Previously, players were spawned outside the keep and had to run all the way up to the main gate every time they wanted to fast travel there. Now, a new fast travel marker becomes available after the return to Crookback Bog quest, although the old marker remains in place as well. However, the new marker is still useful for various Witcher contracts and a fist-fighting quest that take players back to Crow's Perch, as well as for crafting armor using Awana. To minimize the distance traveled, players can hold off on completing side content in that area until after they finish the Baron storyline. Finally, CD Projekt Red has also addressed issues with fall damage by increasing the minimum height at which players will take damage from a fall. Previously, fall damage was excessive, and players often died if they were not aware of a trick to roll upon landing. In addition to the existing content, the new quest line added in this update is a welcome addition. While it's relatively short, lasting around an hour or so, it maintains the same level of quality as the rest of the game and adds a little extra something for players to enjoy. It's evident that CD Projekt Red, the developer behind The Witcher 3, still has a lot of love for the franchise and is committed to delivering the best possible experience for players. Upon starting the PS5 version of The Witcher 3, one is immediately struck by the high-quality textures. A single glance at Yennefer's skin is enough to make an impact, and as Geralt and Vesemir ride their horses towards White Orchard, the excitement only grows. The density of grass and sunflowers, the detailed textures of trees, bridges, and footbridges, and the pebble-covered paths that crunch under the hooves of the horses and Geralt's boots all contribute to a sense of immersion. However, certain elements such as low-resolution textures in some of the animations do not meet the same high standards. The latter does improve slightly when the game is switched to ray tracing mode, but this mode is hard to recommend due to the frequent framerate drops. The exaggerated and unrealistic lighting and shadows are comical at times, while the draw distance could be larger and the water reservoirs look quite artificial. The performance mode, which aims for a fixed 60 FPS, also has some problems, but provides a much better visual experience overall, with more realistic reflections. There are also some minor technical problems, and the ray tracing mode is unnecessary, but the photographic mode and new immersive camera shots provide a lot of enjoyment. A potential issue is the camera enhancement feature, which allows players to use the gyroscopic controls of the DualSense controller to manipulate the camera in-game. While this is a welcome addition for some, it can be jarring and disorienting for others. The camera can be sensitive and may not always move in the way that players expect, leading to some frustration. This is a minor issue and can be easily turned off if desired, but it's worth noting for those who may be sensitive to motion controls. Another potential issue is that, for players who have already completed The Witcher 3 on previous generation consoles, the updates and improvements may not feel significant enough to justify a full replay of the game. While the enhanced visuals and added content are certainly welcome, they may not be enough to motivate players to revisit the game from start to finish. This is a personal decision and will depend on each individual player's level of interest in the game and their willingness to replay it. Overall, The Witcher 3 remains a high-water mark in RPG design and manages to make other open-world RPGs seem lacking in comparison. The new upgrade only serves to further enhance the game, making it an even more immersive and engaging experience. The improved graphics, fan modifications, and new DLC all add to the game's appeal, and the various options for gameplay, such as the performance mode, provide players with more choices for how they want to experience the game. Whether you're a seasoned swordmaster or a newcomer to the series, this update is definitely worth checking out.